think Tyler's had one too many Monster Energies.
I can stop wherever I want.
Oh man. We are still apparently waiting on in Whitaker according to chat here. It may be slowing down. Yes, it is Drew Belleville.
Last update was Turtle Hill Road.
Tuttle Hill. Yep. Scott still says waiting at Whitaker. We can see it down the tracks of Whitaker. Okay, well I'm estimating I guess we're slower than at this point.
Yeah, we're live and waiting in Britton, Michigan for the CPKC. That's Canadian Pacific, Kansas City holiday train. It's a nice night for it. It's starting to cool off a little bit. It's about 40, but plenty dark. Got a couple other people here that are watching, but they're sitting in their vehicles. And last I knew, they're talking about, probably less than a half an hour before the train gets here. This is Norfolk Southern trackage, but it's the old Wabash Railroad through Britton, crosses Michigan Route 50 here just south of where I'm standing. The train is coming from the northeast headed to the southwest. It'll be in Chicago this evening, I guess. There was a event in Windsor, Ontario, where they had some music and things. The train isn't making any entertainment stops in Michigan. It's just passing through en route here. So I decided to head down here. I'm about, I don't know, not quite an hour from home, and I came down and went to one of the shops that I go to now and then and got some dinner, and then I just been kind of waiting around, and I kind of got here a little bit too early, but I had plenty of relaxing time to hang out and see how things are going. But if you guys haven't seen this train, it's really lit up, and I'm not sure. It's hard to tell in the dark. I'm back from the tracks a little bit, but I'm kind of looking towards the east right now, and I don't know how close I should be to get a good look at it. We'll just have to pay attention to what it looks like as it gets closer. If you want to track the train, you can do it on CPKCrail.com. They have a tracker on there, and also there's a live stream going on here in Michigan. Some guys that cover the weather. They're actually these weather chaser types called Michigan Storm Chasers. I'm listening to them on the side because they're tracking the train, and I'll know where it is. It's heading towards Milan, Michigan right now, and so we probably have a half an hour or so, but we'll just play it by ear, and if it ends up being too long, I'll shut the stream down and take a nap or something, I guess. But kind of wait it out. I did go to Uncle Davy's Pizza. It's a pizza and ice cream shop. I went in there and had a nice BLT grinder. That was pretty tasty. A cup of coffee and just hanging out. So, but yeah, if you look at that Michigan Storm Chasers on YouTube, they're tracking the train, so they should have a pretty good view of all that, of where it's at. And, I don't know if there's enough light. I can flip it around. Not enough light to see, but I got my hat on, trying to stay warm and all that. It's not that cold out, but you know, you get standing around, it can be. But we probably got about a half an hour, so maybe not quite that much, but we'll see how it goes. I didn't want to wait too long, and so I imagine more people are going to roll up. More people are going to roll up, and I wanted to make sure I could get a view.
Whitaker heading southwest.
Okay. Yep, it just made it through Whitaker, Michigan, and it's going to be in Milan here in just a few minutes. And then from Milan, it's not too far to here in Britton. So this is interesting stuff. So you can't see because it's dark, but I'll pan this way and get the flashlight. I didn't bring much of a flashlight. I just got a little mag light here. So there's siding right about there, and then the main rails that the train's going to be on is a little further, but I just hope I'm not too close to get a good picture, and I really don't know up and down elevation wise where to look. It's hard to set the camera up in the dark. I think I'm gonna pitch up a little bit here. Let's see, adjust the friction on the tripod a little bit.
Cone within 7 to 10 minutes. Britton 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, they're saying 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes, so we're doing pretty good. Right on time. This is gonna be really cool. I don't know how good of a shot I'm gonna get because I don't know what my zoom should be or anything like that, but I'm just gonna ride it out. It's gonna be pretty cool either way. If it looks like I'm really overfilled on the view, I guess I can step a few steps back. And I'm kind of concerned that I might be a little too close.
Willow Road, passing Willow Road.
So it's coming into town right now.
I think I'm gonna make an executive decision here and move back just a little bit. I'm concerned that this train is gonna be big in my view, and it's really hard to tell in the dark how I'm set up. The flashlight out here, and all right, adjust the tripod a little bit here. Get it leveled. All right, that's pretty level. So if I have to pan, that should be pretty close. I do think this needs to be adjusted just a little bit. There we go. It looks like I'm, based on the horizon, I think I'm pretty good. I'm not gonna do a bunch of fancy camera work or anything here. I'm just gonna...
Full map, by the way, just real quick to show you guys where the journey has come so far. Detroit, Melvindale, Allen Park, Taylor, Romulus, Belleville, Township, Willis, in Whitaker, and next up is Milan is across this
All right. Well, I hope
This is a Southeast Michigan event.
Looks like I don't have any viewers right now. Hopefully we'll get some pretty soon.
Washtenaw, Monroe, and Lenawee counties, and then it heads off to Ohio. Follows the Norfolk Southern line.
Say there's a couple of other vehicles here, but I thought there'd be more people out here doing this, but it's not crowded where I'm at here in Britton. The train will be coming from left to right as it comes down the tracks, and I think we're gonna have about 15 minutes to go here.
We have my dad in chat here. He is in Britton.
Just said that the guy that's on the stream, the Storm Chaser guy's dad, says his dad's in Britton, so he's probably here watching too. Hello, Walter. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna catch this holiday train for you. This should be pretty cool. I don't know how my camera work's gonna do. I haven't ever done this in the dark thing before. And it's hard to compose a shot of something that's not here yet when I can't see where it's gonna be. And I should have brought a more powerful light so that I could see the distant, you know, I don't know how far I am. I'm probably oh, I don't know, 25 yards from the track, and I'm afraid I might be too close. I might move back again. I think the train is going to totally fill up my camera here.
For those of you who don't know, I am from the Britton area.
It's a tough
Everybody in chat here.
tough call. I don't know how to set up a shot like this.
Hometown represent.
But I think I might want to move back a little bit, and because I think the train's really going to fill up the screen.
Sarah says we see it coming
And
in
I-
Milan. Perfect.
Yep, they're saying it's in Milan, Michigan, which is probably about 15 minutes to the northeast of here. But so how's things out in California, Walter? Doing all right?
People in chat here.
Hanging on?
What's up,
Map's
guys?
been posted there. So the map that we're looking at right now, you guys can view for yourself. The link has just been posted in the chat.
I backed up once already, and I'm just concerned that I'm too close. You know, I'm certainly a way more than safe distance back from the rail.
As a reminder,
But you know, you figure how big a train is.
refresh the page so you can see the changes that are made.
My phone bites in the dark. Well, this thing's lit up literally like a Christmas tree. I am gonna back up a little bit more because, you know, it's gonna totally fill my viewfinder here, and
The Holiday Train 2025.
I think I would be better off to be back a little bit.
That means US 20.
Because, you know, trains are big. All right, now my tripod's not level anymore.
Sorry.
Oh, it ain't bad. It ain't bad.
And across County Street.
You know,
next.
Worst case scenario, I could go to handheld, but I don't know how much anybody wants to watch that.
In the vicinity of Milan, Michigan, where Tyler is set up.
A little more on that side. A little less on this side. Like I say, I'm thinking we're gonna have
Those who are
about
still got a little bit of coverage left. Feel free to hit that
10 or
like,
15
share
minutes
with
here.
friends and family. The stream here. Appreciate your support so far. Tip to hop off and haven't hit the like button yet as well.
Okay, now the tripod's level.
Just tuning in tonight so far. Again, Milan, Michigan.
In the
next minute or two.
track it's gonna be on,
Then on to Cone.
it's about there, so see if I can.
This land is my land. This land is your land.
I think I want to shoot up a little bit like that, because that track right there that you're seeing is not, that's not track, that's dirt. Where the track, the first track is right there, and that's a siding. That's not the track the train's going to be on. And then a little further, you can actually see that. See, there's a little glint of light. There's that industrial complex that's across, and there's a single little point of light right there. That's actually the rails it's going to be on. So I think I can actually come up a little bit, like right there. I don't particularly like the up shooting angle that I'm at, but that's about the best I can do. So yeah, so that should be pretty good, because that's the siding track. That's right where that glint is right there. See my flashlight going out there, and then there's a glint of light. That's actually a reflection that's on the top of the rails. That's the main line. So that should be pretty good. I think I can shoot it that way. It's gonna probably look a little goofy when I pan it though, because I'm panning, the track is diagonal from me. But I think, you know, that's where we're gonna pick the train up, is about right there, because there's a tree, where you see that light on the end of the building, there's a tree just to the left that I can't see around. But if I get to the other side here and look, you can see down that little path there, I can see down the tracks, but there's trees between. Hello, Rebel, how are you? 67 Rebel, SSTAMC. We're train watching in the dark. The Canadian Pacific holiday train's going to be coming through these parts in just a few minutes. We got 10-15 minutes to go, it looks like. Thanks for stopping by, guys, at night. I've been hanging out down here in Britton for the better part of the evening. I knew the train was leaving out of Windsor, Ontario, which is just across Lake St. Clair River, if you will, from Detroit. They had an event there from 5 to 5:30, and then they had to clear the Canadian customs, and I'm just listening to the stream on the side here. Yep, Britton in 10-15 minutes. We're doing good. Okay, good. I'm on the north side of Britton. They were just saying you might want to be on the south side, but I thought about being down there, but then I got some food in Britton and I just came out here and it looked like a good spot, so I decided to stay here. Where they're talking about down on Centennial Road, that's all cornfields, and it'd be a beautiful place to be and watch the train, but we're committed to being here now since we're about 10 to 15 minutes out. I don't know if you guys can hear, but Michigan Storm Chasers, you can hear them.
Downtown Britton, let me know how many people are down there. I'm curious.
Michigan Storm Chasers has a stream. They're chasing the train. They got several people out there, and they're keeping us up to date as to what's going on.
I could tell there was quite a few people inside the road. I'm guessing, like Sanders said, at least 60 cars downtown.
They're saying there's 60 cars in downtown Britton, and it's a tiny little town. I don't know if you guys can hear that stream, if it's interfering with what I'm saying, or if it's okay, I can turn it off because the train's close enough now.
Right, and a lot of people like me never got to see it during the weekdays, but you know, the weekend's the perfect time. It's not too late, so
yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm pretty excited. I just hope my camera setup is good enough here to. This thing is lit up so bright. It's gonna be on the camera, no problem. it's just a matter of if I have a good angle, a good look. But we're just gonna run with it and take what we get. But yeah, I kind of was debating whether I was gonna come do this or not, and then I started to look at it. It's like, it's kind of like the eclipse. It's something you just got to go do. And I'm really glad that I went and did that eclipse there when we had the total eclipse here a couple years ago, and that was so neat. And Walter, you provided the pizza for that day because you gave me that free pizza card, and I used that pizza card on the eclipse day when I was down there. And that was when I learned what that card was. I didn't realize that you got half off the large pizza for the whole year. I thought it was a one and done thing. So I went in the pizza place and I got my buy one get one free pizza, and the lady handed me the card back, and I was like, wait a minute, you gotta get it back? And she goes, well, yeah, it's good for a year. You get buy one get one free pizzas for a year with that card. So that was really cool. So that was pizza on Walter. The other thing is the train plays music, and on the live stream for the Michigan Storm Chasers, they turn off their audio every time because they're afraid of a copyright infringement. They're a commercial channel, though. I'm just gonna leave it on. If they give me a copyright thing, I don't think it'll be a strike. I think they would just, take the video down or something, but I'm not real worried about it. I'm just going to leave the sound on, and you guys can hear the train and hear the music and all that. And I think the train is one locomotive. I don't know the type. I just got a quick glance of it in the dark when it was at the Michigan Central Station. And I think there's 7 cars, and the first batch of the cars are the ones that are really, really decorated with the holiday stuff, all bright and lit up. And then one of them's a performance car. It's actually got a stage in it. And when they go to some of the station stops, there's performances of musicians and things. And then there's some passenger cars on the back that are hauling, the employees and whatnot that are taking care of the whole train and its thing. Some more people rolling up to watch. They got their flashlights and got their dog. It's a pleasant night for this. It's dead calm. Forgot about the pizza. Yeah, and that was funny, Walter, because I bought a bunch of those cards, and I donated them for them to give away because they weren't usable at the Domino's right in the town where I live. And so what's funny is I'm like, then you sent, I had already looked online after I bought them, and I told Jamie, just give them away to someone else, as a prize, and then, so I looked at where they were usable around when I made that decision, and I realized that, I had to go into Ohio to use it. So I bought them to help with the fundraiser, and then donated the cards back. And then you sent me the one in the mail. I'm like, oh man. But I knew where I could use it. So when I did that trip to see the eclipse in Ohio, that's when I first used the card. So that was pretty cool. Kind of listening to the stream here to catch a update on where the train is. I don't know if we can see it, but the Storm Chasers are also doing they've got a map.
So Adrian, I see a lot of Adrian people on deck here. You guys are expecting this within, I'm going to say 20 to 30 minutes.
Let's see here. So I don't know if you guys can see in the camera if it'll zoom, but I'm looking at the stream here. So I need to refresh this. But if you go on Michigan Storm Chasers, you can see the updates. Let's see here. I need to refresh. There we go. So down there, it's through Milan. Here's Cone. I think that's Cone. That's where they're at right now, and saying the train is just about there. And then we're here in Britton. Oh, you can't see. The train's already, here's 23. It's through Milan already. This is, I think that's Cone is the name of that little town. And then here's where we are in Britton. So we're doing good here. Just a few more minutes. pretty soon we should be able to see some lights, the headlight, because train headlights go a long
that's
ways.
going just past Cone there.
Yep, they're going past Cone right now, they're saying.
I got the dot. Yes, I'll pull the map back. Oh, you got the map. All right.
Try to turn this volume down again.
10:13 p.m.
Yep, 10:13 it went through Cone. So we're on deck. All right, this is getting exciting now. So what? I only got 2 people watching. I thought I'd pick up a few. So if you're out there and YouTube isn't telling me you're out there, say something so I know you're out there. Yep, it's through Cone. We're good to go. We'll be seeing headlights here pretty soon. But these people were here to watch and they're giving up. I guess they're going somewhere else. Yep, the people are getting out of their truck. Did you hear the guy on the storm chasers saying that his dad is from Britton?
Yeah, it's Ryan Harriet.
Yeah.
Storm chaser guy.
So they're probably down there south.
Yeah, his dad was talking. His dad is actually on the south side of town.
Yeah.
At the train trestle.
Oh, okay.
Over behind the school.
You know, I almost did the down by like Sutton Road. I almost did that, but then I just got food over here at the Uncle Davies. I'm live on YouTube, so.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't care. I'm not worried about it. So I just wanted to warn you guys.
Cool. Yeah, they said it's outside the Cone right now.
Yeah, it just passed through, so I'm gonna probably just take the volume down on this and just do the thing. But yet, my channel's there on YouTube if you want to catch it later.
What channel is that?
It's my name. It's William C. Chapin. I do mostly firearms stuff, you know. I'm a target shooter and stuff.
Okay.
I shoot into silhouette and all that, so I have a fair amount of that on there, and then some train stuff. You know, I have a little series I call Random Rail Fan. Whenever I'm out and about and I see a train coming, I pull over and film it, you know, and or film it out of the truck. So if but I just wanted to come see this.
Yeah. We just live right around the corner. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You know, I was playing with the phone, and I'm not sure how close to set up because we're only about 30 yards from the rail there, and the train's gonna fill my whole camera up.
Right. Exactly.
it's gonna be huge, you know.
Yeah. And depending on how fast they roll through.
Right. He's gonna be honking, I think, because it sounds like they're making time now.
Yeah. I think it was last year or the year before. He slowed way down coming into town.
Uh-huh.
Like almost to a stop. It was really cool.
Yeah. Yep, just visiting with some others that are watching that are from right here in town. I just hope. Oh, okay, they see the train light. So this guy's gonna pull right out in front of everybody. Okay, here comes the train, guys. Everybody's coming. Yeah, I can hear the rumble now. Here's the lights. You betcha, this is cool. Yep, here it comes. You can see the lights coming. Just you can hear the rumble. I'll you can go this way over the top of this car right here. You can just start to see it. All right, here we go. If you don't want to be on YouTube, don't step in front of it.
I don't care.
Okay.
Are we in your way?
Nope, you're fine. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh wow, that was cool. That was cool. Oh man, so I didn't do too bad on the composition of the shot. I wasn't perfectly parallel with the tracks, but oh wow, you can see it going down. That thing is bright. Oh wow, is that ever neat? Oh man. Holy cow. Yeah, that was really something else. Well, hey, that was worth sitting here for 4 hours. That was awesome. It wasn't quite 4 hours. I came down and, you know, I went to a gun shop that I go to a lot of times and killed a little time there. And then I came here into Britton and got some food and wasted some time there. And then I just came out here, and I thought this location where I'm at was going to be packed, and it turns out that there was 3 vehicles, me and 2 others. So I did okay picking a spot, and worked out all right. And you know, so I just kind of sat in the truck and listened to the live stream and everything. I guess I can turn that off now because I don't have to worry about when the train's going to get here anymore. Let me turn that off. Yep, it's funny because I think, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that was really neat. So the train just changed there. Or the camera just, I was just kind of looking at their stream, what they had here in Britton. Wow, that was awesome. Yep, see ya, be good. It's William C. Chapin, C-H-A-P-I-N. Yep, that's just my name. Thanks, guys. Have fun. You too. No, I guess I can leave the Weather Chaser guys on. I might watch that a little bit, but you know, I don't know if I got about an hour drive home now. Of course, I might stop somewhere and have an adult beverage on the way home, or probably get closer to home. Maybe go to one of my normal watering holes. But walking back over towards the truck now. Thanks, Curtis. Hey, you betcha. Hey, Tin Man, I'm just like a blister. I show up when the work is done. Did you see the train, Kurt? Well, we're going to wrap this up relatively quickly. Look, you know, Britton's a tiny little town, and you know, I am just outside of town, not but 2-3 blocks, but it just so happened that the place that I picked, there's this big, I think this is some kind of open space park type thing. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It says no motorized recreational vehicles, but all that, but you can go right out to the railroad tracks there. And I got here early thinking that, you know, but boy, you look over to town there, you know, and there's a little, you can see where all those lights are over there. That's the main street, and there's a little pub and stuff over there. And I thought about just going and hanging out in that pub, and then when the train was about ready to come, walk out to the tracks. But then I thought, nah, I'd rather be a little more secluded, and it worked out super well. I'm really happy the choice I made. I got lucky for a change. Well, I shouldn't say for a change. I make decent decisions like that, and it works out okay. But so back at the truck now and trying to decide what's next, if I'm just gonna hop in and head home or what I'm gonna do. But hey, thanks everybody for stopping by and watching this. I can't imagine that anybody's interested in a chat. Oh, there was somebody that had driven down the tracks a ways. They're coming back. That's pretty wild. I didn't even know they were down there. They must have been down there a long time because I didn't see them head down there. That's pretty cool. You know, I guess if you're from, I think it comes through here every year. And I guess if you're from here, you kind of can develop a plan as to what you're going to do. And you know, I didn't know exactly what to do. I took a guess and got pretty lucky. But so, hey, Walter, thanks for coming on. 67 Rebel SST AMC, thanks for coming on. Kurt, thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Curtis. I'll show the girls tomorrow. They love the holiday train. Okay, yeah. Well, when's it supposed to come through your town? You know, there's 2 of them. The one stays in Canada, and the one comes through the States. So maybe it's going to be past you before too long, you know, because it's supposed to be in Chicago for some stuff, I think, in the morning. And all that. It didn't do any entertainment here in Michigan. It's just passing through. And I'm not 100% sure exactly why it takes this route. I think it's partial. See, this is Norfolk Southern trackage now. It was the Wabash Railroad, and Canadian Pacific has some arrangements with Norfolk Southern. They ran the Triple Crown intermodal stuff through here and some other things. So I don't know 100% why they choose this route, but I think it's because of other business relationships between Canadian Pacific and Norfolk Southern. But, you know, the railroad industry is just one of those things that it's just really super complex. It would be really cool because where the train starts in Canada and it comes through the tunnel into Detroit. And the tunnel it comes through is on what used to be the Michigan Central Railroad, which was then bought by the Vanderbilts and became part of the New York Central system, and operated with Michigan Central labeling for quite some time, but then switched and took on the New York Central livery on all the rolling stock and stuff. And then by the time I came around, you know, I didn't get into the Jackson, Michigan area until, you know, I was just little. I was born in '68, and we ended up in Brooklyn, south of Jackson, in the very early '70s. And by that time, it was already the Penn Central debacle, you know, just wrapping up after the bankruptcy and the advent of Conrail. I can remember when I was really little being in Jackson and seeing a lot of Penn Central stuff, probably after, you know, right about the bankruptcy time, you know, and then of course Amtrak came on about that same time. I remember some of that. And then through most of my life, everything turned blue and was Conrail. But anyway, long story short there, the Michigan Central Railroad comes through Jackson, Michigan. And if this holiday train stayed on, you know, came through the tunnel past the Michigan Central station and stayed on the Michigan Central a little bit farther north instead of getting on the Wabash, it would have come right through Jackson where I live. But they don't do that route. And that route is now the state of Michigan. And when the government got out of Conrail, Conrail went private. Conrail was sold, basically broken into two pieces. CSX got part and Norfolk Southern got part. And then certain things were bought and sold, and they decided that what used to be the Michigan Central, Norfolk Southern decided to let that go, and there was going to be a short line company. I don't remember if it was Watco or Genesee in Wyoming, or one of them was going to buy it, and it didn't go through. And then the state of Michigan bought what used to be the Michigan Central, and now it's more or less labeled the Amtrak Michigan line. There's way more passenger traffic on it than freight. There is small sections of freight on it. In Jackson, there's several industries, and just to the west of Jackson, there's the Andersons, which is an agricultural corn to methanol setup. And there's some freight, but not as much as there was back in the day. It's primary passenger rail. But anyway, so that, you know, it's too bad that the train doesn't come through Jackson. That'd be more convenient for filming it and seeing it. But we got down here to Britton. We got a good look at it, had a good time. Thanks for everybody that watched, and we'll catch everyone later on the next one. And have a good day and happy holidays.